Today's show is brought to you by these great sponsors. Appling Healthcare in Baxley, Vidalia Federal in Vidalia and Lyons, Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, and by Todd Paget Housing Center in Claxton. Now, let's talk about what's happening in our community with your host, Tony Doc Wardlaw.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to this edition of Community Matters. I'm your host, The Doc. And we are here this morning once again on, yes, you guessed it, another beautiful Wednesday morning. God just keeps doing it over and over and over again, Scott.
Indeed.
Last week we were faced with Ian on the horizon, and but it was still sunny and bright here. And certainly we pray for those families in Florida who've had to endure that, in South Carolina. But here we are this morning in our beautiful community, and we're moving forward, and things are looking good and great, and I'm blessed this morning. We've got all of the lead law enforcement leaders of our community here in the studio with us. And I would say, Scott was saying earlier, if you want to do something, do it now. but they've got great support. They got a great supporting cast, so I wouldn't advise that. This morning, ladies and gentlemen, we're blessed to have in the studio with us none other than the man himself, Sheriff Alvy Kite Jr. I need my hand clap.
Good morning.
We've got the one and the only Chief James Jermon Sr.
All right.
And then we have the man bringing up the rear, none other than the one and the only Chief Wesley Walker.
All right, Chief.
How you doing? Well, Chief Jermon, you're in Vidalia, Georgia.
Yes, sir.
And Chief Walker, you're in Lyons, Georgia.
That's correct.
And Mr. Sheriff, you handle the whole county.
That's right. I'm in Lyons and Vidalia in the county.
You can tell this is shaping up to be a good show this morning. It's that time of the year, gentlemen, where all across the nation, the Faith and Blue events are being organized, and in fact, we have one here in our community. You've been nominated to be the host for everybody, and right. So we'll be hosting it here in Lyons. So how are we looking, Chief Walker? Are we on pace to have a good outing?
I believe so. This is going to be our third annual Faith and Blue event. Hearing some good talk in the community. We would love to fill Booster Stadium that evening. Mm-hmm. We're doing it on a different night this year to try not to interfere with the local churches and their services on Sunday night.
Excellent.
So we're doing it on a Monday evening to see if we can attract a little larger crowd. And again, I just want to invite everybody out, and hopefully we can fill that stadium and worship together as a community.
And it is kind of ironic that we would have it at Booster Stadium. Normally in that stadium, that's where the rivalry between the cities take place, between there and the stadium in Vidalia, what is it, Buck Cravey. But on Monday night, it's all about unity.
That's correct. We're coming together as one community, no matter where you live, what denomination you are, what your beliefs are. We're coming together as one community to worship together and to build a stronger community and a safer community.
Absolutely. And we're happy to have Chief Jermon with us and all of our law enforcement. I mean, they're here. And Chief, you being here, you're representing what that night stands for in terms of everybody coming together and being unified.
Yeah, that's correct. We in Vidalia, we are the biggest, you could say. But during that time, we know that coming together and breaking down prejudices and biases and stigmas, it's important because we know that you have to put God first in everything you do. And I just like to praise him. And Doc, I am so honored to be here with you and Wesley Walker. and the sheriff.
Excellent, excellent. And the Faith in Blue, the organizers have said that if we are going to really do exactly what you said, Chief, in terms of bringing our communities together and making them the best that they can be, that we have to have the support of the faith communities. And so, Sheriff, you've been doing this for a couple years. So what has been your experience over the years as it pertains to the faith organizers and the faith leaders being involved with law enforcement?
Well, I think it's a great thing, and I think it's going to get better. We've got to pull together. Our community's got to come together with law enforcement to make our communities safe. We've been preaching that for a long time.
That's right.
But now we got something that's brought us even closer to Faith in Blue, and I think organization of that is going to really help. I think it's going to grow stronger. And it needs to grow stronger because we can't do our job without the faith and the people out there that's praying for us and working together. That's the main thing. This is what this does, and it brings everybody together. And police officers are human beings just like everybody else, and we need to be involved with our community, and the community needs to be involved with us.
Absolutely.
And so that's a great thing about this.
Right. Well said, Sheriff. Well said. And Chief, 3 years. Wow.
Yeah.
It's been moving right along. The first one was a success. Last year was a success, and I do believe, as the sheriff just said, that this year is going to be even better.
Yeah, we're hoping that each year it grows a little bit, and that's kind of been the trend so far. That first year we were kind of getting our feet wet and figuring out exactly what was the best thing to do to get the community involved. And the second year we learned a little bit from the first year and so on. So we've made some mistakes along the way, but we've hopefully corrected them, and we're just trying to get out, promote our event, and get as many people there as we can.
Well, one of the things you said was we're having it on a different night, which would be Monday night, in order to, help the faith community be able to be more involved. Because some of our churches and our faith organizations have programs at their own organizations on Sunday night. So this Monday night should open it up for other people to be involved.
Yeah, I've actually been going to some of the churches and personally inviting the pastors and their congregation, because that's what we'd like to see is these pastors come and bring their congregation with them, and we're going to have several of the pastors that are going to speak to the attendants, to the attendees that come, and I think it's just going to be a great thing. I think everybody will enjoy it. We've got some entertainment. The Wardlaw Brothers are going to be singing.
Those guys are going to be there? Wow.
The Unity Choir is going to be singing, and we're going to have a special guest sing.
All right.
One of my own officers is going to sing, I think, with the Unity Choir. Officer Ben Glosson. If y'all haven't heard Ben sing, you need to come out and listen to Ben. He can let it roll off the tongue now. He's pretty good. So
is he going to be in his uniform?
He's going to be in his uniform.
Oh, yes.
There he is. Yeah.
That's excellent.
I think it's going to be a great event. I think everybody will enjoy it, and take a few minutes out of your day, at the end of your day, and come out and join us and enjoy the festivities.
Now, will the participators or the participants, those who are coming to the show, will they be able to be involved with the officers? Will they be able to shake their hands or ask them questions?
Absolutely. That's what it's all about is getting out and learning your community. We did a little video to promote Faith in Blue, and I used one of our own videos from one of our own officers to kind of help do that, because I think it's a perfect example of what we're trying to accomplish here. So I would encourage everybody, I put it on Facebook, it's on my personal Facebook page, Wesley Walker. Go to it, view it. There's a little short video up there of one of my officers interacting with the community in a great way. He saw an opportunity to build a relationship with some guys that he had gotten out with, and that's exactly what he did, and that's what Faith in Blue is all about.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Chief Jamon, you also have an initiative with your officers to go around and into the schools as well. You want to talk about how you kind of put together programs for your officers to interact with the community?
Well, exactly. We especially in the schools, because that's where you want to start. You know, we go in the schools, do different reading programs, and, you know, having an SRO in there, you know, he kind of takes the lead on certain things for us, but I'd like for our officers basically to adopt a school. If you adopt a school, you are responsible for that school. And anything that goes on, any kind of parties or any kind of reading, anything, have an officer walk to that school. Walk to that school. If it's in your zone, on your beat, as they say, walk through that school and interact with a student.
Excellent, excellent. Sheriff, we used to have a program, and I don't, you know, you can talk to this. I remember as a kid, the DARE program, where that was our first, as children, as Chief Jamon said, you know, and learning it as a child, that law officers are, they're our friends. They're for us. I remember the DARE program and being able to walk around the police car, and actually hear the siren, and they would talk to us about drugs and things like that. Do we still have a program like that in place?
Yes, that's true. Vidalia has it and Lyons have it. Both chiefs have kept it going. This is a good program, and it interacts the police with the kids and let them know that we're friends, you know, and we just like them, and it gives them a chance to ask us questions and, you know, what's going on, and makes them feel a little more comfortable, you know, and then you may meet that kid down the street one day, and, you know, the kid may be in trouble or something, and then that kid's going to remember that, and you know, you know, he'll remember. I talked to him back when I was in the DARE program. Maybe I still can talk to him, and that's what it's all about. Is just bringing the confidence in them with the police officer.
And in fact, that will help to bridge the synergy between our community, our citizens, and our law enforcement, which is how we make our community much better. You know, Chief, I asked you about whether or not those who are attending the event will be able to speak with the police officers, because I really want people to know that we're supposed to have the support of our officers in mind. They're not bad guys. We need the police officers.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, we're here to serve the community. I mean, you know, that's on a lot of police cars you see, you know, is protect and serve, and that's our main objective, is to serve the community. But it's, you know, it's also to get involved in the community.
Absolutely.
You know? It's not all about just slapping handcuffs on people and hauling them off to jail. It's about helping people. And when you can help somebody through a difficult situation without having to take them to jail, I think that's the best outcome that you can ever ask for.
And that responsibility should be shared, right, Chief? I mean, we as citizens, we have a level of responsibility. Really, we should be working to help make our officers' job easy.
Absolutely. Anytime you get involved, anytime you see something, you say something. That helps us, and not only that helps you, because, you know, at the end of the day, we are the peacemakers. It says it in the Bible. So any kind of support that we get from the community, we definitely appreciate it, because we know that we can't do it without them.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you can't tell, I'm very excited this morning. I'm asking questions, and I'm looking at our top law enforcement leaders here, and it's just a blessing to have them in the studio. Again, we have Sheriff Alvy Kite Jr. We have Chief from Vidalia, City of Vidalia, none other than Chief James Jamon and the one and only Chief from Lyons, Georgia, Chief Wesley Walker. So you don't want to go anywhere. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come right back, and we're going to see exactly how these municipalities work together in our community. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back right after these messages.
Smarter, not harder. Here at Vidalia Federal, we are all about that phrase as we strive to make your life easier. No more drowning in paperwork or being interrogated over the idea of buying a house. Getting a home loan should be an enjoyable, simple process, not a daunting task. This is Julia McKenzie with Vidalia Federal Savings Bank, and I am here to make the mortgage process easy and simple. Come see me at the Vidalia branch on Jackson Street to talk about your next home purchase or refinance. I look forward to serving you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
We don't need a calendar to tell us that summer is here. Just go outside and you'll know it's getting hot, hot, hot. This is Anthony J. with Todd Patchett Housing Center, and we're inviting you to beat the heat in one of our beautiful homes from Cavalier, Clayton, Deer Valley, Live Oak, Scott Build, or Southern Energy Homes. We build all of our homes a lot more energy efficient than they would have normally come. So stop by Todd Patchett Housing Center in Claxton, Georgia, and pick out your energy savings dream home from our massive selection. Todd Patchett Housing Center, all your housing solutions under one roof.
Dorothy Davis with Southeastern Business Solutions here, specializing in website services, graphics management, and video editing. We have partnered with TCB Broadcasting to bring your sponsorship ads to life with their live on-air programs, which are recorded and archived along with your sponsorship ads as they were aired at the time of production. These programs are viewable by anyone at any time from anywhere on major social outlets like YouTube or Facebook, to include TCBBroadcasting.com's website. That's a lot more viewing potential, more than you would get than with a still banner that's only viewable by website visitors. With this kind of viewing potential, you want to make sure your ad says a lot more than a simple animated logo can say. These services are only available on TCBBroadcasting.com, and the spots are limited. So reach out to your TCB Broadcasting account executive and get yours locked in as soon as possible. You can bring your own video with you, or you can email Dorothy at southeasternbusinesssolutions.com, and you and we can put our creative minds together to come up with the perfect ad that says the perfect message and gets you the perfect attention.
Welcome back to this edition of Community Matters. I'm your host, The Doc, and I'm tickled pink this morning. I've got the sheriff in the house, I've got the chief from Vidalia, and I've got the chief from Lyons. And listen, we've been talking to our lead law enforcement officials here, and Sheriff, someone might have the question, okay, we have a sheriff, and we've got two chiefs. We've got two cities. Why do we need three law enforcement leaders, and how does it all work? We've got a sheriff. Why do we need a chief in Vidalia, a chief in Lyons? So, for that person who might be inquisitive and inquiring minds want to know, what would you tell them?
I tell them we need them. I tell you, we got three different law enforcements, but we all work together. That's the main thing. The sheriff's office primarily handles the county, and we do a lot of civil papers and stuff, which is inside the cities, and we in and out too in the cities. But we also a backup for them, and each chief, they look after their own, their own city, their community, and they are a little more special there. They are closer, and so therefore we just kind of back them up when they want us to come in and interject. We'd be glad to. That's what we do. At any time we have anything serious going on, we certainly want to come in and just give them a backup and help them out. And we've done it several times.
Excellent.
It works good together. Officers work good together. We know each other, so that's what makes us strong. Excellent.
That's super, and what a great job it is. I mean, we're grateful, and we thank you, and we thank you for your long service as well. Now, in each city, I guess there are jurisdictions. Is that how it works, Chief Jamal?
Yeah, that's correct. That is correct.
So your officers would cover all of the Vidalia city limits?
That's correct, and we also have a small portion there in Montgomery County. So, you know, that's the uniqueness of Vidalia, because we do sit in two counties. But we are responsible for just the perimeter of the city of Vidalia.
Okay, and Chief Walker, your officers cover all of the city limits of Lyons?
That's correct.
Okay, so let me ask you this. I mean, if someone crossed over into, say, they were doing something in Lyons and crossed into Vidalia, how would that work?
We Lyons and Vidalia, the cities have a MOU.
Okay.
And because that happens a lot, is that, you know, criminals, they don't observe boundaries or city limits or jurisdictional lines. So a lot of times we're, Vidalia and Lyons may be working the same case or same suspect on maybe two different cases or whatever. So we communicate well. Our investigators meet occasionally and discuss cases that they have ongoing, so that they can share that information and what leads that they may have, Vidalia may not, and whatever. So it helps work together to solve cases, and we do that quite regular.
And Mr. Sheriff, as far as our county is there, they have full jurisdiction over the whole county.
That's true. That's true. We have jurisdiction over the whole county. That's true. But we try to let the two chiefs handle their cities, and we concentrate more in the county. And again, we just their backup. And so that always works well, seems like. And so we're there when they need us.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I wanted to ask you all, getting back to the Faith and Blue, just individually, you know, how do you feel about Faith and Blue, and what is your take on it, and what is your philosophy as far as it pertains to your program? And Chief Walker, since you are kind of spearheading it for the last 3 years, we'll start with you. You know, just tell us, your passion for Faith and Blue and your individual thoughts and feelings about it.
You know, I feel that law enforcement in general cannot do this job without the general public. We need them to be our eyes and our ears. And in order to do that, they've got to trust us. They've got to respect us.
Okay.
So we have to go out into the community and build that trust, build those relationships with the community so that when we need their help, they're willing to help us. Same thing with our faith community. Pastors reach a lot of people. And if you ever get into a situation where things are really bad, I want to be able to call on those pastors to come stand beside me and help me calm that storm, so to speak. So that's what Faith and Blue is all about, is building relationships with your community. And what better way than to bring them all together into one place and worship as a community, talk about concerns, meet your local law enforcement if you don't. And not everybody comes in contact with law enforcement regularly, so they see them go by in their patrol car, or they may see them in the store or something like that, but they may not really know who they are. So it's an opportunity for them to come out, meet those officers, have a conversation with them, and just just come together as a community.
Good. Chief Jamal?
Yes, sir, Doc. We're in Vidalia. We're excited about it, and at some point we'd like to host it. I've actually had some pastors come to me and say, hey, we probably could do this down here, and I believe we can, and I know we can, because the city of Vidalia is a loving and a very giving. And when I say giving, I mean these folks give till it hurts sometimes. But we are blessed within our community because we're not like most. We're not like a lot of communities who just don't truly trust and don't like the police. And that's because of basically social media. You know, social media put out a lot of negativity. There's a lot of knee-jerk reactions from other organizations, but they don't, you know, a lot of times the community don't see us as human, but we are human. And some of our own children go to the same schools their children go to. We go to the same churches. So, yes, this Faith in Blue is nothing but to the good. And again, I'm just excited to have an opportunity to host it when Chief Walker decided to pass it on over to the city of Vidalia.
Well, you know, the last 3 years it has been at the pit, but you know, as we continue to progress, there is a possibility for the venue to potentially move into Vidalia.
Absolutely, I would love to see that. You know, each year maybe it be
Just
a different
volley back and forth, almost like the football game.
Yeah, and it you know, it doesn't have to be at the stadium. It can be at STC or wherever.
Excellent.
You know, I mean, it's not exactly about where it's at. It's
all of us coming together.
Yeah,
and in fact, the last 2 years we've had religious leaders from all over the community to attend.
That's correct, and we're going to have that again this year. Again, it's you know, it's a county-wide event. You know, yeah, we're holding it in Lyons, but it's for everybody in Toombs County, in the surrounding area, if they wanted to come. You know, again, it's all about bringing people together for a common goal, and that's to make our community a better place to live and a safer place to live.
And the three of you being here is a testament to that unity. As I said at the opening of the show, this Faith in Blue, you know, while we have our city or our county rivalries, and they're good rivalries, healthy rivalries, on this night and for this particular event, we all come together. And that's a good thing. And having the sheriff here just kind of pulls it all together and brings the glue together. And so, Sheriff, again, we want to thank you for being here. Tell us your thoughts about the Faith in Blue.
Again, I think it's a great thing. I think it's going to be a growing thing. I think it's something that we're going to have to do as a community to pull people together. As crime, as you know, is getting worse, and we've got to be able to use our folks out here in the community to come together and help us. And we got no better than this, you know. And once, you know, we find out when the community gets involved, it really makes a lot of difference. And we encourage, just like we've said all morning, we encourage you to get involved and be with us and work with us, and anything you can help us with, we appreciate it.
Excellent, excellent. We're going to have officers from all three of our departments, from Vidalia, from Lyons, and the county will be at the Faith in Blue. You can meet those officers. It's going to be a great program. We've got great singing. We're going to have great speaking. Do you know how many preachers or speakers or religious leaders are we going to have this year?
We're not going to have as many this year as we did last year, but we're doing it to shorten the program a little bit.
Excellent.
Not that we didn't have, they'll be there in attendance and just won't be speaking, but I think there's 5 or 6 pastors that are going to be speaking.
Okay. And what time will that be on Monday night?
Be at 6 o'clock.
6 o'clock, and that will be at the pit,
Booster Stadium.
at Booster Stadium here in Lyons, Georgia, at 6 o'clock p.m. We will get started, and it's scheduled to last for about an hour or so.
About an hour or so.
Okay. Again, all of our officers will be there. We're asking the whole community to come out and be there and join in the event. If I'm not mistaken, Monday is a holiday for our school systems. Is that correct?
I believe it is.
So most of the reason why I say that is because a lot of our practices with our local teams will probably be during the day or the morning, so that evening should be free and clear for everybody to come out. Grab somebody, call somebody right now and let them know. Is there a website or we've got a Facebook page?
They can go to faithinblue.org, which is the national website for Faith in Blue to get more information. They can see where the events are being held all across the nation, including the one here in Lyons. But They can go there for more information. Again, I encourage folks to go to my personal Facebook page, Wesley Walker, and view that little short video that promotes Faith in Blue and tells them a little bit about what Faith in Blue is all about. So.
Excellent. Well, we thank you, gentlemen. Thank you, Chief Walker, for a great job you're doing. Thank you, Chief Jamon, for everything that you're doing. Great job coming on board. In fact, you've been in your position now has it been a year yet?
Hasn't it? No, sir, I haven't even been a year yet.
You're a new kid on the block.
Yeah, I am. It'll be, Lord's willing, December the 3rd to be my year.
Yes. So we thank you. We appreciate your service and everything you do for the community and everything you stand for.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And certainly, Sheriff, we thank you and we appreciate everything you do. It's just a blessing to have all three of you gentlemen in our community, and we are grateful for it. Any last words you want to say, Chief Jamon? Anything?
I just want to say, again, it's just an honor to be sitting here amongst yourself and Chief Walker and the sheriff, because I am the new kid on the block, and a lot of times I have to reach out to both of them for guidance.
Excellent.
And they don't waver from it. They always give me good, positive advice.
That's great.
So again, I appreciate them, and God bless you, and God bless you, your organization here.
All right, great. Chief Walker?
Just glad to be here. We appreciate the radio station helping us promote this event.
Excellent.
Again, inviting everybody, bring a friend, bring family. Everybody's welcome. Come out and enjoy the event.
All right, and we'll close out with the last words from none other than the man himself, Sheriff Kite.
Again, I appreciate y'all being here today, and Tony, thank you for inviting us.
Yes, sir.
It's a great thing again, and we can't do enough to promote it.
Yes, sir.
But just encourage everybody to come out and be with us, join us, and that we'll have a good time.
Excellent. This has been a great show, gentlemen. Again, I can't thank you enough for taking out of your busy schedules, and all three of them, they stay busy. I mean, hats off to you. You work from sun up to sundown and then beyond. So we appreciate y'all, and thank you for being on the show. This has been an edition of Community Matters. If you want to see this show, you want to see it live, go to our website, tcbbroadcasting.com, tcbbroadcasting.com, and you can go there and you click on Community Matters, and you'll see this archived, and you can go back and listen to our great law enforcement officials as we talk about this, and share the video with others, and so that you can be there on this coming Monday night. Also, we want to thank Scott for everything he does, and thank you, Dorothy Davis, for your work in making sure that this live is posted on our website. So come back again on next week. We'll have another great show. We'll try to live up to as good as this one was. So just come on back. I'm your host, the Doc. Have a blessed day.
You've been listening to Community Matters, a service of TCB Broadcasting. Today's show was brought to you by Appling Healthcare in Baxley, Vidalia Federal in Vidalia and Lyon, Johnson & Johnson Transport in Uvalde, and by Todd Paget Housing Center in Claxton. Tune in next week at 8:15 during Y101's live morning show for another special guest. We'll talk about what's happening right here in our hometown. Community Matters is a service of TCB Broadcasting on Country Legends Y101.